I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best center cards right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below who are some of your guys' favorite centers to run right now in the game. And of course, let me know what you guys would change about my top 10. But coming in at my number 10 spot is going to be the Pink Diamond James Wiseman. He's going to be a center power forward, 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan. I mean, if we're talking about a budget center, he's one of the best budget centers in the game and probably actually is the best budget center for under 25,000 MT. And that just goes to show how bad the center position is, at least when we're talking about budget centers, because there's really not too many in the game. But yeah, James Wiseman is going to do everything on the court for you at a very high level, even competing against some of the better centers in the game. But the biggest flaw with this card is 1000% going to be his jump shot. It is super wonky and super hard to green at sometimes. Now if you do get it down and you can get good with his jump shot, then I feel like he's a very capable center. He's tall, plays good defense, can run the floor, and if you can knock down threes, he can be a pretty good pop as well. But coming in at my number 9 spot is going to be another one of those really good budget centers, and that is going to be Pink Diamond D-Rob. Now he does go for like over 50,000 MT, which is crazy for one of the better budget centers in the game, and that just shows once again how bad the budget center position is. And I think D-Rob is probably the best, cheap center in the game. He's going to be a center 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan. I mean, yes, it's not his dark matter version, but it's still D-Rob, who's going to play really good defense, 94 block, 95 interior defense, with also being super fast, 87 speed, 87 acceleration. Jump shot wise, yes, his release is only on normal timing, but I think it's a way easier jump shot to green than a card like James Wiseman. So for me personally, I like him a little bit more than Wiseman. I think they play about the same defense. D-Rob might be slightly better, but I think it really just comes down to that jump shot, and I personally like D-Rob's release better. But at my number 8 spot is going to be a primary power forward, but I gotta include some cards that are, primary power forwards that can also play center, because without that, there would be like no top 10 center list. It'd be like Marc Gasol, Chet. Well, Chet's a primary power forward too, so it'd be like Walker Kessler, Marc Gasol would be in the list. But I think Chris Bosh can play that center position. I'm not just putting power forwards that I don't think can play center. I think, yes, Bosh is so much better at power forward, and that's definitely his position you want to run him at. But I think if you want to run Bosh at the center position, he's still 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan, has a really good player model, super stocky and tall, kind of lanky player builds, and he has very good defensive stats and badges: 90 block, 93 interior defense, 82 steal, and 86 perimeter. He's also got tons and tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges, so you can't tell me he's not like at least as the same on the defensive end as a Pink Diamond D-Rob or Pink Diamond Wiseman. And he's going to be so much better offensively with a 92 3 ball, 95 mid-range. He's got Hall of Fame Agent 3, amped, blinders, catch and shoot, claymore, corner specialist, deadeye, green machine, guard up, limitless range on your center. I mean, this card, and just all around, even at the center position, is one of the better centers in the game. But at my number 7 spot, once again, it's going to be another primary power forward, but it's going to be the Galaxyable KG. Once again, same situation as Bosh. I would much rather play him at the power forward spot, but if you need to run him at the center spot because maybe you can't afford those top tier center guys that we'll talk about here in a second, and you need like a free center, I mean, KG is still very, very good, being 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan. I think he's just slightly better at center than Bosh because of his defense. He's going to have a 97 block, 90 steal, 90 perimeter, 95 interior defense, and obviously at the center position, you want a little bit more defense if you're going to be undersized. And he's also super fast, which could be nice if you want to run like a little 5-out offense, maybe with KG at the top of the key running the offense for a bit, having that 91 speed, 91 acceleration, and also does have an 86 ball handle and an 89 speed with ball. He's also got good dribble sigs. That's why I think he can maybe run the offense a little bit if you match up against a slower center and you want to go through KG a little bit on offense. He's got some pretty good dribble sigs, and he's still got a very good jump shot. But all around, I think he's probably going to be the 7th best center in the game. I'm a number 6 spot. I think Dino is probably a better primary center card than Kevin Garnett. I think Kevin Garnett's probably the better card than Dino. I mean, actually, it's pretty close. I just think because Dino's got an 8-foot wingspan, he's going to be so much better. Not so much better, but he's going to be slightly better at that center position compared to a KG and a Bosh, because he's got that super good player model, 8-foot wingspan. He's also 6'11". The stats definitely won't be on par with like a KG or a Chris Bosh, but he's still got some pretty decent stats like a 90 block, 90 interior defense, super fast for your center with an 89 speed, 89 acceleration. And if you do want to play that small ball 5-out offense with your center, Dino is probably the best card to do that with, because he's got the best dribble sigs for like a power forward in the game. He's got our center in the game. He's got the Steve Francis size up, which is probably the best sig in the game besides like the Trayscape, and it might actually be the better sig than the Trayscape. So overall, I mean, this card's movement is going to be really good. He can shoot 3 Therese, he's got the normal leaner, just all around. I still feel like he's one of the better centers in the game at my number 6 spot. But halfway into the list here, one of the most underrated center cards in the game is going to be this Dark Matter Greg Oden. He's going to be a center power forward, 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan. But let me tell you guys, in game, this card looks about 7'3". He plays about like he's 7'3" in game. He just feels like an absolute monster. He's super fast as well, super athletic, 97 strength, 95 vertical. I mean, the only flaw you could say about this card is his 79 3 ball and his jump shot. But honestly, I feel like it's really not that bad of a release. Like, I feel like you can still green pretty consistently if you are wide open, and just the defensive presence he brings at the center spot is super valuable when, once again, there's not too many great centers in the game right now. And definitely the weakest position in the game is the center spot, but overall, I would say Greg Oden is the 5th best center. At my number 4 spot is going to be the Dark Matter David Robinson. Kind of crazy to say he's only the 4th best center. And one other thing I do want to point out and just bring up, so the Taco card, right? I'm just going to pull this up. Taco is a power forward, right? Like, his position on his card says only power forward, and that is true. He is a power forward card. But for most people in game, so I'm just going to give you guys an example. Let's say you're running Kevin Garnett and you're running Taco Fall. Obviously, to run those two cards, you have to put KG at center and you have to put Taco Fall at power forward. Correct, right? I think everybody agrees with that. That's what you have to do to run those two cards. But in game, if you match a Yao Ming at center and you match let's say a Galaxy Yi, like for example, if you just match those two cards in a limited, right? That's your opponent's power forward is Yi, and your opponent's center is Yao, right? At the center position. Who are you going to put Yao on? Are you going to keep KG on Yao and then keep Taco on Yi? Or are you going to switch the matchups in game and put Taco Fall on Yao and put KG on Yi? So at least in my opinion, I view Taco Fall more as a center card. Yes, he can play power forward, and that's what makes this card so glitchy and super overpowered, is that you could run him next to a guy like Yao. You could run him next to a guy like Cream. Like, that's what makes him super OP at that power forward spot. But for most people in game, like me personally, I have Jokic starting at the center, or I have Yi starting at the center position, and then Taco Fall's at my power forward spot. But in game, I'm going to switch Taco Fall into their center, and I'm going to switch Yi onto their power forward. So in my opinion, I view Taco Fall as a center card. I'm not going to put him on the center tier list, but if I were to, I think he's probably over D-Rob at center. So D-Rob would be number 5, and then you just kind of bump everybody back. So then, you know, Greg Oden would be 6, Dino would be 7, KG would be 8, and then Chris Paul should be 9, and D-Rob would be 10. So if you guys wanted to like agree with me on that and include Taco Fall, I think he's probably the 4th best center. But if we're not going to do that, then I think it's probably D-Rob. Obviously, still a very good center card. He's 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan, plays really good defense in game. And yeah, guys, also let me know in the comment section down below, do you guys agree with what I was saying, that Taco Fall is also like a center card? Yes, I know his position is power forward, but I feel like in game, for most people, he's going to be playing their center position, the guy that's going to be guarding the opponent's center. But at the number 3 spot is going to be Dark Matter Kristaps. I think for me personally, the 1, 2, and 3 is pretty obvious. It just depends which order you want to put them in. But Kristaps still going to be an amazing center, still one of the best poppers in the game for being 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan. Has a great jump shot on very quick timing, basically every single Hall of Fame shooting badge in the game, and is a very solid defender as well. Like, they gave this card really good speed and really good defense for a Kristaps Porzingis. And then at my number 2 spot, I think for me personally, it's going to be Dark Matter Cream, just because he brings that defense. He's 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan, and just take a look at these defensive stats. He's got a 98 block, 96 interior defense, 94 steal, 93 perimeter. I just feel like at the center position, I would personally take Kareem over Kristaps because of the defense he provides you, and overall just his athleticism and able to guard the guys like Taco Fall, guard the guys like Yao Ming, those really tall centers, where Kristaps isn't going to be a bad defender. But I just think overall Kareem's going to play a lot better defense. And then obviously on my number 1 spot is going to be the Galaxy Yao Ming, probably still like the 2nd best or best card in the game. Really depends who you prefer over him or T-Mac. I will say Taco Fall, man, plays so glitchy in game. I know Yao's a dog and Yao is the best center, but Taco Fall, man, he just plays so glitchy in game. Like, he's damn near like maybe even the 3rd best center. Like, he's just so good, or 3rd best power forward, 2nd best power forward, I should say. But overall, guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my top 10 centers, and let me know what you guys think about my Taco Fall take, where I do think he counts as a center card. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.